Hey, beautiful souls. I pray that you all are having a blessed day so far. So upstairs in my room, feeling bored. So I said, you know what? This has been a topic that has been on my mind for quite some time. And I said, you know what? Let me just chat. Let's see what the people think, right? Trying to find some good lighting. I never sit on my couch. I don't really be sitting in a lot of different places in the house. Like I just stick to where I like to be, which is really in the kitchen. Okay. Anyway, this is right. So I wanted to talk about accountability, and as a woman who have spoken to plenty of women, not recently in this regard, but throughout my life, I've spoken to a lot of women. I've seen a lot of stories online. I'm a avid comment reader. Sometimes I don't even watch the video. I'll just read the comments. And so I say all of that to say I've come across a lot of women who lack the strength and ability to take accountability for the for the decisions they've made, for their actions, for their attitude. And over time, I'm not gonna lie, that has become a strong suit for me, is taking accountability, noticing where I'm going wrong. Stop putting the focus on everybody else. Stop blaming everybody else. Stop blaming all the men you've dated and, focused on all the things they've done wrong to you. There's something inside of you that is contributing to toxic relationships. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about taking accountability within your relationships, realizing that you are not always the victim, that you play a role in your life, right? Once you become an adult, you play a role in the actions that you choose and the decisions that you make. And yes, it can affect you for the rest of your life. But where you don't heal, right, where you don't grow, where you don't elevate, is where you lack the ability to take accountability, right? And when I say grow and elevate, I'm not talking about money. Everything is not about money. I'm talking about your character. Where are you in your character, and are you able to realize your own flaws and how you're contributing to the toxicity in your relationships? Now, if you're in a relationship and you tend to feel like things is always being done to you, then that means that you are not showing yourself proper love and attention. If you are in a relationship, you just feel like you're doing everything perfect and it's your partner, how can that be? If you're the perfect partner, why would you choose somebody who's so imperfect that they're not even meeting you on your level of how to care for someone? Why would you do that? There's a part of you that's a misfix-it. There's a part of you that's a Captain Save-A-Ho. There's a part of you that puts yourself down or keeps yourself in a lower state to build somebody else up, and then you have resentment now for doing that, and you want the person to meet you. No, they've already showed you that they're not on your level, and you have to show yourself the proper love now by making better decisions. I feel like when you're healthier, you make healthier decisions. So the more you develop your character to such a person that can spot the red flags, then when you spot them, then now the decision that you have to make is, do I want to pursue this or do I not? And some people like the thrill. Some people will know something isn't good for them. We all have done it. I am not righteous in how I'm speaking, but I feel like I have gotten so much better at taking accountability that now I kind of just, you spot the red flags like this because you know the red flags within yourself and you know what to stay away from. So it really just comes a time where women have to stop playing the victim all the time. Obviously, there's special circumstances that I'm not talking about. I'm talking about your character. I'm talking about when you are in relationships and you tend to believe that your emotions are the only emotions that matter and not the emotion of the person that you are in the relationship with, because in your mind, you're the perfect partner. You're doing everything right and they're not measuring up to your standards. And sometimes women can't see the fact that they might hold on to so much resentment and so many grudges that they're acting out in anger. They're angry all the time. That used to be an issue of mine, being angry just all the time. I've spoken about it before because it was a huge part of my journey, is realizing my own anger, realizing my own toxicity, realizing that I was not the perfect partner. I was not the innocent, perfect partner that I wanted to be, that I wanted to be viewed as. No, I had my own flaws. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I just think that we need to start taking accountability for ourselves, being honest with ourselves, and not to Don't trash yourself. Don't badmouth yourself. Just be honest with yourself. Just have that honest one-on-one. Hey, girl, you are not as perfect as you try to, present yourself to be. You are not as innocent as you try to present yourself to be. And that is okay. That is okay. The more you take accountability and acknowledge your own flaws, the better you will be for it. Because what's one thing that no one can take away from you is your character. All right? And yeah, it's been a journey. It's been a journey. But ladies, we got to do better with taking accountability. We got to do better. And yeah, that's what I wanted to come on real quick and chat about. Sometimes I really look at my skin and I'm like, ooh, your skin looks so good. And then sometimes I wake up and I'm like, what happened? But I'm loving my skin. Loving, 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 loving. I should sit right here. I never sit on the steps. Oh, but yeah. Yeah. What else? There's a bunch of things I could talk about, but I remember being in relationships where, I was loyal. I wanted to be, domesticated. I wanted to cook for you, clean for you. Like I would have boyfriends. I want to clean your room. I want to cook for you. And then because I felt like I wasn't being loved in the same way, or I felt like other women would be chosen over me in certain instances, I will build up resentment, and then my toxic side will come out, and then my petty side will come out. But at the same time, I was not acknowledging my own faults. I didn't realize that, in a sense, my soul was attracting these people to show me what I needed to work on. Right? I'm attracting what's meant to help me develop my character so that I could better prepare myself for the man that is meant for me. He's probably going through the same thing as well, building up his character. And I love to have that mindset that God is getting my person together, and then we'll come together. We'll both complement one another, and we'll be good for one another. We'll both be adding to something versus feeling like I'm empty. He needs to fill me up. No, we'll both be full and both be giving from fullness. That is what I want. But I feel like in order for me to have that in the most genuine way possible and sincere way possible, I need to take the time to work on me, no matter how much time that takes. And I think that's just my message for all of us ladies out here, is you can paint the picture that you are the perfect partner, but if you chose someone that isn't good for you, you have to ask yourself, well, why did you do that? Why do I keep choosing the same type? Why do I keep choosing people who are reactive to me? Why do I keep choosing people who don't treat me well? What is it about you that is attracted to those types? You got to start questioning yourself, and you got to start taking accountability. It is not always your partner. It's just not. And sometimes, like I've had this conversation with my mom before, because she was the same way, and I kind of picked up some of my relationship patterns from my mother and father, unfortunately. But it has been a learning experience, and I'm grateful for it. But one thing I noticed with my mom is she did the same thing I had learned to do. You paint the picture of innocence, I'm just the perfect partner. And really, sometimes women don't realize that they're enabling their partner to continue poor behavior. And you enabling poor behavior in your partner to try to keep the peace says something about you. You're a people pleaser. You're not genuine. You're not speaking up for yourself. And those are things that you need to be accountable for. So just to, throw some stuff out there, just some things for you to think about. I'm probably rambling, which I do. Sometimes my alphabets, the A, the H, and the D, sometimes it be acting up when I'm in conversation. But I hope that my point has come across. I hope that I landed the plane at some point during this conversation. And yeah, you guys, that's it. Take accountability for you. Okay? Okay. 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 Anyway, I'm in a good mood today. Thank God. Thank God, because I've had some rough days. But I can tell you one thing I'm very good at is putting my faith in God and pushing through those. But please back up, Kitty. Please. He is all upon me. Say hi. I don't think cats really like being recorded like that. But he's, oh no. Oh, where's he going? Where's he, what, where's he? Jax? Jax, who said I want you on me, my boy? Who? Who? And then you sitting down? And then you popping a squat? Anywho, on that note, I love y'all. Be blessed. Please go down in the comments. Let's chat. Let's chat about this. Let's chat about the times where you realize, hold on now, it's me. That's when when you have that awakening moment. It's me. It's me. It's me. It's something that you need to figure out. That's not to say that your partner doesn't have issues. They do, but they also need to do the same thing I'm telling you to do. They need to figure out what's going on with them and take accountability for their actions and for their character. Okay? So, yeah. Put the spotlight on you and continue becoming your best self. And yeah, that's it. That's all. Love y'all. Be blessed and peace.